Hello everyone and welcome to another lesson of how to speak Bosnian. Today we will learn how to form basic adjectives from nouns in Bosnian language. As you all know that Bosnian language has a gender in every noun, so we have masculine, feminine, and neuter nouns. And so to form a adjective from these nouns, we need to take a look at the nouns that are following them. So now let's take a look at the basic formation of adjectives from nouns, first of masculine and then neuter and then feminine gender. We all know that masculine nouns in Bosnian language are the ones that are ending on a consonant, and feminine nouns are the ones ending on a vowel. Sometimes it happens that masculine nouns also will end on a vowel or a, as well as some collective nouns, or majority actually, or all collective nouns will end on a. But that's beyond the point now. I just want you to know that masculine nouns are the ones that are ending on a consonant. So when creating adjectives, possessive adjectives from the nouns in Bosnian language, we need to pay attention to that. Whether we are talking about the person who is uh, who is doing the action, or from who we are creating the adjective form, we need to look at if this person is masculine or feminine, as well as the object which they possess, is that in masculine gender, feminine, or neuter. So if our noun is masculine, so we have in our example here, student. Student is not ending on a vowel, it's ending on a consonant. So it's a masculine noun. Uh, so based of that alone, our ending will be either ov, ova, or ovo. So it can be either studentov, studentova, or studentovo, based on what's following it. So if the next noun following it is masculine in gender, we would say studentov. If it's feminine, meaning if it ends on a, generally, it will be feminine, so we will say studentova. And if it's a neuter noun, meaning if it ends on a or o, um, our ending for the possessive adjective will be studentovo. Okay, studentovo. So now let's take a look at our examples below. So we have studentov, ruksak, je težak. Again, studentov, ruksak, je težak. The student's backpack is heavy. So backpack is ruksak, that's what we are looking at. It's not ending on a vowel, therefore it is a masculine noun. So then we already know how to create the possessive adjective from the noun that's ascribed to this. So we will just add the ov ending. So studentov ruksak je težak. The second example. Studentova knjiga je teška. Once again, studentova knjiga je teška. Here we have knjiga. Knjiga is a book. Book in Bosnian is a feminine noun, so knjiga, it ends on a. So that's why we need to use studentova, because it needs to match. Studentova knjiga je teška. The student's book is difficult or it's heavy, depending on the context. The third example, studentovo pismo je dugo. Studentovo pismo je dugo. The student's letter is long. We already know pismo ends on o, it's a letter, so it's a neuter noun, and that's why our possessive adjective studentovo needs to follow that. Now let's take a look at neuter nouns. In Bosnian language, there are not many neuter nouns, so we usually kind of try to or tend to put them aside as not important. But since the ending is the same as the masculine ones, I decided to put it right next to the masculine nouns so that you can see that as if you know the masculine one, you will be fine for neuter one as well. So for neuter nouns, we would add ov, ova, and ovo ending to make it possessive adjective. So you can say diete. Diete is always going to be is your neuter noun, singular child. So diete, child, diete. So something this noun you have to keep in mind is a little bit irregular. It's a little bit weird. So you need to add that t before before the ending of or ova or ovo. It's just a cluster of words in Bosnian language that's not allowing two vowels next to each other. So since dieta ends on a vowel, and then you need to add a ov, which O is again a vowel. So in our cluster, we're not linguistically we're not allowed to have two vowels next to each other like that. So that's why we're adding this T before the O, so just so that it has something that's separating these two vowels. Okay, now let's take a look at some, the principle applies the same as the masculine noun, so you're adding OV for a masculine noun that's following it, OVA for feminine nouns following it, and neuter would be OVO, right? So now let's take a look at examples. So, djetetov osmijeh je iskren. Djetetov osmijeh je iskren. The child's smile is honest, is genuine. Djetetova igračka. Djetetova igračka. Again, djetetova igračka. The first example, osmijeh, it does not end on a vowel, so it is a masculine noun. So that's why we said djetetov osmijeh, right? The next example, igračka, the child's toy. Igračka is a feminine noun, and that's why we're saying djetetova, because the child's toy needs to match the toy in gender, which is feminine, so that's why we have djetetova. And the last example, djetetovo mišljenje je važno. Once again, djetetovo mišljenje je važno. This is our neuter noun, mišljenje. It's an opinion. It ends on a, so we know it's a neuter noun. So that's why we're adding the OVO in this example. So that's why we have djetetovo mišljenje je važno. So all three kind of have to match. They're all in neuter in gender. Now, let's take a look at the feminine nouns. So what happens with feminine nouns is that they're not the same as masculine and neuter nouns when creating possessive adjectives from them. For feminine nouns, we will add an ending in, ina, or ino. The another feature about the feminine nouns is that before adding this in or in, ina, ino, we already know that something happens with those two vowels next to each other, right? Because feminine nouns end on a vowel, and then once you add this in, ina, or ino, that our cluster in Bosnian language does not allow, so then this a needs to go away before adding the ending for possessive adjective. So let's take a look at the word or noun sestra. Sestra is a sister in Bosnian language, and it ends on a. So for our possessive adjective, we need to add either in, ina, or ino, depending on the noun following it. So if we were to say, sestrin savjet je dobar, sister's advice is good. Sestrin savjet je dobar. We need to take a look at the word savjet. So savjet does not end on a vowel, therefore this is a masculine noun. So that's why we're using sestrin. Sestrin savjet je dobar. The sister's advice is good. Sestrina ideja nije dobra. Sestrina ideja nije dobra. The sister's idea is not good. So ideja, we know when it ends on a is a feminine, so we need to use sestrina. Sestrina ideja nije dobra. And dobra also is following the ideja as well, so they all need to match. Sestrino vino je odlično. Sestrino vino je odlično. The sister's wine is excellent. Vino, neuter in gender, it ends on o. Sestrino, because we're talking about wine, so it has to match. And then in the end, odlično also needs to match the wine, so they all kind of need to match the main noun. Now, this is not all. Just please keep in mind that's the basic formation of possessive adjectives in Bosnian language. But as always, we have many exceptions, and some of them I have listed here on your screen. That some masculine nouns and collective nouns will have female or feminine a ending, and adjectives from those nouns will be created the same way as other regular feminine nouns. So if you were to say tata, djeca, kolega, Mirza, which is a male name in Bosnian, diplomata, Luka, Raja. Luka is also a male name. Raja is a collective noun, which means friends, and vojska, which is collective noun meaning army. So all of these will be following the regular feminine ending for the possessive adjectives. So if you wish, you can write me in the comments below your sentences with some of these words to practice. If you don't want to do that, I already have another homework for you. So I have listed here on the left your box 1. I have labeled them as box 1 and box 2. On the left side, you can see there are 5 nouns: brat, tetka, sin, kolegica I jezero. Once again, brat, tetka, sin, kolegica I jezero. So those are nouns that I've selected for you to create possessive adjectives from, and then they need to match your nouns in a box 2. So box 2 nouns are as following: prijatelj, prijatelj, vino, vino, želja, želja, momak, momak I površina, površina. Please write your answers in the comments below. I'm so excited to see how well you do. That would be all for today. Thank you for learning how to speak Bosnian with us. For more awesome videos, don't forget to like us, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, ciao!